Secret Stadium Network. Beneath the deafening roar of 100,000 fans, under the perfectly manicured turf where legends are made, a silent, invisible harvest is taking place. We see the impossible three-point shot, the physics-defying goal, the home run that seems to hang in the air for an eternity. We celebrate it as the peak of human achievement, a moment of pure, unadulterated talent. But what if it's something else? What if every single one of those moments, and every breath, every heartbeat, every micro muscle twitch that leads up to it, is being recorded by an unseen network of unbelievable sophistication? This isn't about instant replays or post-game analytics. This is about a clandestine project rumored to be operating in the shadows of our most beloved sporting arenas, a project known only as the Cerebrum Protocol. The official story is that modern stadiums are technological marvels, and they are. They have advanced drainage, retractable roofs, and state-of-the-art broadcast capabilities. But the truth, according to whispers in the worlds of data science and structural engineering, is far deeper. The real marvel isn't what you see. It's the massive subterranean infrastructure that lies beneath the players' feet. Imagine a sprawling network of fiber optics, quantum data relays, and server farms woven directly into the foundations of stadiums across the globe, from London to Los Angeles, from Tokyo to Toronto. This isn't just for providing Wi-Fi to the fans. This is a dedicated, closed-loop system designed for one purpose: to capture the total essence of an elite athlete in real time. How does it work? The data collection is multi-layered, a technological dragnet so fine it captures reality itself. It starts with the playing surface. The turf or court isn't just grass or wood. It's embedded with millions of piezoelectric and kinetic sensors. These don't just track location. They measure the exact force distribution of every footfall, the explosive power of a jump, the subtle shift in balance as a player dodges a tackle. It's a living surface, feeling and recording every interaction. Surrounding the field, invisible to the naked eye, are arrays of terahertz-level scanners. Unlike cameras, these can penetrate clothing to map an athlete's biometrics. They track heart rate variability, core body temperature, respiration patterns, and even the lactate levels in muscle tissue, all non-invasively from a distance. But the protocol goes deeper than just physical metrics. High-frequency LiDAR and motion capture systems, far more advanced than anything used in Hollywood, create a perfect millimeter-accurate skeletal model of every player on the field, updating thousands of times per second. This data stream captures not just the action, but the unique kinematic signature of an individual, the specific angle of a quarterback's throwing arm, the distinct gait of a striker, the subtle, almost imperceptible feint a basketball player uses to trick their defender. It's their physical soul translated into data. And then there's the most ambitious layer: rumored psychosensory monitoring. Speculation points to the use of focused, low-energy magnetic resonance fields to capture a coarse map of neural activity. It sounds like science fiction, but the goal is to correlate brain patterns with in-game decisions. They are attempting to quantify instinct, to digitize the very thought process behind a split-second choice. This torrent of information, petabytes of it generated in a single game, is funneled down into the sub-stadium data hubs. These are not your average server rooms. We're talking about cryogenically cooled quantum computing cores, shielded from all outside electronic interference, working in concert to process and collate this unprecedented volume of human data. The scale is staggering. It's a global, interconnected web. The data from a game in one stadium can be instantly cross-referenced with data from another halfway across the world, building a comprehensive library of human performance at its absolute zenith. For decades, we've been told this technology is for improving player safety, for enhancing broadcast experiences, for advanced coaching analytics. And it does do all of that. But that's just its cover story. That's the plausible explanation for an infrastructure that is wildly over-engineered for just watching a game. The true purpose of the Cerebrum Protocol, the reason for this obsessive, granular, and utterly secret data collection, is not to simply analyze the athlete. It's to build a perfect copy. It's the foundation, the raw material for creating something that will change the nature of competition, identity, and humanity forever.
Block 2. Digital athlete clones. All of that technology, the invisible web of sensors, the subterranean supercomputers, the petabytes of data harvested from every game, it all serves a single, terrifyingly ambitious purpose: the creation of a new kind of entity. A hyper-realistic, fully functional digital clone of an elite athlete. This is the core of the Cerebrum Protocol. It's not about statistics, it's about simulation. It's not about analysis, it's about replication. They are building what insiders refer to as simulacra or digital ghosts, perfect virtual copies indistinguishable from their human counterparts in every measurable way. How is this even possible? The raw data from the stadium network is the genetic code. It's fed into profoundly complex machine learning models and generative adversarial networks, or GANs. One part of the AI, the generator, builds a virtual model of the athlete based on the data, their physique, their movements, their physiological responses. The other part, the discriminator, which has been trained on endless hours of real-world game footage, relentlessly tests this model, trying to find flaws. It asks, does this virtual player move exactly like the real one? Do they fatigue in the same way? Do they favor their left side under pressure? This process runs millions of times, with the generator constantly refining the clone, making it more and more perfect until the discriminator AI can no longer tell the difference between the simulation and reality. The result is a digital being that doesn't just mimic the athlete, it fills the athlete in every way that can be quantified. The potential applications are, at first glance, revolutionary. Imagine a team preparing for a championship game. Instead of just watching film, they can load the digital clones of their opponents into a full immersion holographic simulator. Their quarterback can practice against a perfect replica of the rival defense, a defense that adapts and reacts with the exact tendencies and even the instincts of the real players. Coaches could run 1,000 different game scenarios overnight, testing every possible strategy against their digital opponents to find the optimal game plan. For player health, the benefits seem immense. A surgeon could perform a complex, career-saving surgery on an athlete's digital clone dozens of times, perfecting the procedure before ever touching the real person. An injured player could train in a virtual space, maintaining their muscle memory and tactical awareness without putting any physical strain on their recovering body. It sounds like the ultimate competitive advantage, the next frontier in sports science. But this is where we step through the looking glass into a profound ethical minefield. Who owns this digital clone? Does the athlete, whose every biological and neurological signature was copied to create it, have any rights? Or does the team, the league, or the shadowy entity behind the protocol own this perfect digital asset? Could a team sell the digital clone of their star player to another team after they retire, allowing them to train against a legend forever? Could they create a whole virtual league played out by digital ghosts where the outcomes are sold as entertainment? What happens when a clone, through pure processing power, discovers a weakness in an opponent that the human athlete would never have noticed? Is that fair competition, or is it a form of digital doping? The implications for identity are even more disturbing. If a digital entity can replicate your decisions, predict your behavior, and perform your unique skills flawlessly, what part of you is still uniquely you? Are you just a biological algorithm, and the Cerebrum Protocol has simply written a better version of your source code? Imagine a team owner wanting to know if a potential draft pick has the mental fortitude to be a champion. Instead of an interview, they run the prospect's digital clone through 1,000 high-pressure simulations to see if it breaks. The human athlete is judged based on the actions of their digital doppelganger, perhaps without ever knowing the test took place. This technology represents the ultimate form of control, the ability to not just manage an athlete, but to own their very essence, to bottle their genius and replicate it on demand. The Cerebrum Protocol, if it exists, is more than just a sports technology. It's a test case for a future where human identity can be digitized, copied, and simulated. The next time you watch your favorite player make an incredible once-in-a-lifetime play, you'll be forced to wonder, are you witnessing a moment of spontaneous human brilliance, or are you seeing the beautiful, terrifying result of a million simulated outcomes? The game is no longer just on the field. It's being played in the dark, in the servers, right beneath our feet.